Hey everyone, how are we? What a day, what a day. Michelle Ferreri here in my Ottawa office. Um, it has been, absolute insanity today. The fall economic statement is supposed to be released in the fall. We are well into winter at this point, and today it was supposed to drop, and there was this mounting tension and pressure brewing between the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister, Chrystia Freeland, and today it erupted into a volcano because the Prime Minister was pressuring the Finance Minister to bust through her promised $42 billion fiscal guardrail. $42 billion deficit fiscal guardrail. So this is what she said in her last economic update. You know what? We have to be mindful of inflation. We have to, have checks and balances here. And she promised a $42 billion deficit guardrail, which in itself is absolutely outrageous. So let's just the bar already is outrageous. If your bar is $42 billion or $40 billion, that's a problem. Okay. So then he says, Trudeau says, no, you're going to spend more. Screw your guardrails. Do what I say, or I'll give you another job. In fact, not only will I give you another job, I'll replace you with a guy who isn't even elected, carbon tax Mark Carney, or as I like to call him, Carnage Carney. Right? Every circus needs a Carney. And so Freeland, today, it's supposed to be released at 4 p.m. in the House of Commons, this fall economic statement. And nobody's given an answer on what the deficit's going to be. Nobody's answering, nothing. 8 a.m. this morning, she releases a statement. She's quitting. She's done. She's resigning. And let me tell you, she threw Justin under the bus while she was quitting and basically said, he doesn't listen. Everything we've all said about this guy, right? Like this is the point of where you're at with this guy. Do as I say, right? Rules for thee, but not for me. And he's like, if you don't do what I say, you're disposable, right? Loyalty doesn't matter. So then it's like, who's going to deliver the fall economic statement? Who's the finance minister? What's going to happen? So the day proceeds, and there's these news reports. He's going to do a statement at 2. Okay, no, it's going to be the Minister of Industry, Minister Champagne. He says nope. Then it's like, okay, well, we'll get Randys to do it. Well, the 2 Randys, they're in a massive ethics violation. There has been 9 ministers, 9 gone since in less than a year. 9. Like, who is running the country, folks? Who? And Sean Fraser quit today. Sean Fraser's like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is the housing minister. This is the guy that, lost track of 2 million people in immigration, destroyed the immigration system, then tried to promise everybody he was going to fix housing with an accelerator fund that doesn't build any houses. Like, it just goes from bad to worse to bad to worse. You can't even make this up. So then 4 o'clock hits. Karina Gould comes in, House Leader. I don't even know how this woman looks herself in the eye because, you have a prime minister that has completely backed the bus over somebody who's supposed to be your colleague and also supposed to be this is the reason we call him a fake feminist is because he's the one that brings this up. He's the one that says he's a feminist. He stood on, a stage last week and this is all he talks about. It's complete hypocrisy. It's complete hypocrisy. The guy he has no use for women, and he doesn't care about anybody who doesn't do exactly what he says, and he's a spoiled child. So 4 o'clock comes, Karina Gould comes in and goes, yeah, we're not reading the fall economic statement now, which is contempt of the House of Commons. Okay. So everybody's like, what do you mean? So then she comes back in about 7 minutes later and she goes, okay, I'm going to table it. So she tables this to the House and basically overrides what is mandatory, which is a House rule where there should be, I think it's 20 minutes of House questions and answers from the opposition on the fall economic statement. They don't even want that. They don't even want any questions. You know why they don't want any questions? Because guess what the deficit is in this? Remember how it was supposed to be $40 billion was her guardrail? $62 billion. You destroy the economy, you destroy people's lives.